Taurus, how are you? I'm going to do a reading for all you Taurus out there. So take what works, leave what doesn't. Messages are for the greatest and highest good. So let's see what the current energies look like for you guys. Just a short period of time for like the next week. Can you believe we're at the end of the year? I mean, where did the year go? I mean, time has definitely has picked up speed, I think. Anyway, let's see what's going on for you for this next week, Taurus. I do believe we have this big full moon starting to come as we enter in the new year. So let's see what it's all about. All right, we've got you coming out with the Seven of Wands to the Hermit. Three of Swords is hanging over your head. What? All right. You know, this has been all year long, Taurus. It's been about your relationship and your work. Your relationship and your work. This reading I'm seeing, and when I'm not even finished putting the cards down, we have the relationship and we have work. All right, so let's see what this is all talking about going into this new year and this next week. All right, in the recent past, all right, I see Seven of Cups. This is about, you know, wanting to have something you really want and love and trying to make it into reality. I mean, can we ground this thing that I want? And I feel like there was a relationship that you really wanted, all right? Here we are, at the base of what's going on. This is something you really wanted, or at least you thought you really wanted. But what's crowning you is the Three of Swords. So again, the whole relationship thing with you guys. You know, I feel as if you right now are in a place, the Hermit card, where you're really looking at all of this relationship. And I think you're looking at, you know, where the hurt really came. Because look, you know, he's holding this lantern up to these three swords. So it's like, you know, let's really look at what happened with this relationship. You know, this pain is what I feel. Because I feel like you doing that, it's going to finally release you. Because right now, I feel like you're dealing with a lot of demons when it comes to this whole relationship, right? Because, you know, if I go back in time and I go back to all of my readings I did for you, this whole relationship thing that you've been dealing with this year, it has been really a heavy, heavy energy. But as a result of that, you know, it's like you went to extremes. It's like, all right, well, you know, this is just a mess and it's a disaster, actually. I'm going to focus on my work. And then voila, work is like this magical energy that's really kind of carrying you through all of this, you know, confusion about this past relationship. But I do feel as if by really looking at it and, you know, going back like objectively and looking at the whole relationship, I think you're going to start to see things a little bit differently. You know, because with time, there's perspective. And, you know, the farther we walk away from something, the clearer we start to see how they were, how I was, you know, and the parts that you played and what I played. You know, it's one of those things, you know, so you gain a lot of clarity by taking the time. So I think a lot of you are really kind of reflecting on this past energy this year. But moving forward, like I said, your work, wow, I see you guys really working. You are working at your craft. You are working into the night. I mean, what it is that you are doing, I feel as if, you know, my focus goes to all these flowers back here. By springtime, I think you're really going to feel the benefits of this work and this energy you're putting into what it is you are doing. I like that a lot. All right. Now, I do want to pull up again. You know, we have the Six of Cups coming back. A lot of times this is about nostalgia and memories of the past. And again, you know, this is going to be one of those weeks where I think you're going to really reflect back. But I think you're going to start to see the things that hurt you. All right. Now, here's the difference. All right. Rather than the relationship being hurt and you being disappointed it didn't work, I really feel like you start to look at the hurt that happened during this, you know, and it's not to make you feel bad. It's, you know, to really say, wow, you know, I let them do that. Wow, I can't believe I let them get away with that. I can't believe I did that. They were playing me. You know, it's one of those things. I think you go back and you really start to look at everything that they did that really hurt you. Ten of Swords. Look, it's upside down. This is that backstabbing energy. But you know, it's upside down. You haven't closed the door yet. And it's time. And I think as you walk out the door, you're saying, you know, maybe it's time to close this door. Maybe it's time to really put an end to it. You haven't yet completely. All right. And this is why it keeps coming up. And that Ten of Swords wants you to put it to an end once and for all. All right. So your work is really your medicine. Honestly, I feel like your work is what has healed you through all of this, you know, and in hindsight, it's like, it's amazing. Because like I said, you know, your relationship life was really a disaster this year. I mean, if we're going to be honest, it was so up and down and emotional and, you know, all of that. So I feel as if going out this year, you start to see you. All right, Ace of Cups, there's one cup. When I see the Ace of Cups, it begins with you. It begins with you taking care of you, loving you, finding yourself again, finding yourself in your work that you absolutely love, you know, and it's really time to start really looking at life in that perspective and really put an end to this. And I think this next week, you're really going to start making some choices for the new year. I mean, you're really one of these signs that I think is really kind of writing it down, going, you know, this next year, this is what I want. And I think that is so good and healthy for you. All right. So I like this energy for you for this week. All right. So it's okay to reflect back and look at the truth, the reality with clear, objective eyes, with that distance, so that, you know, you start to move forward. Because I think when you start to really, you know, come back into who you are, you know, you shine bright, Taurus. I mean, people see you. Then I feel as if there is somebody who's got their eye on you, right? But you have to be fully ready to move into the next relationship by not bringing this past one into this new one. All right, so it has to begin with you first. All right, so I like the energy for you this week. You know, let's kind of really look at that, and it's okay to feel the feels, all right? Bring them up so we can let them go. All right, you guys, so that's what I've got for you, Taurus. As always, take what works, leave what doesn't, and yeah, I'll see you at the next reading. Until then, hit that like button, right? Thank you. All right, bye now.